For many Americans, saving for retirement can feel pretty overwhelming. Because of that, it's been a top headline all across the country how worried people are that they're way too far behind when it comes to saving for their futures. And not knowing how much to save can feel even more confusing. So joining us now is our money and business expert, Derrick Kinney, here to break down ways to catch up on those savings. Good morning, Derrick. It's so good to see you.
Good morning, Adriana. Great to be with you.
Yeah, it's been a while since we last chatted. Well, we're going to start with this. If people feel like they're behind on those retirement savings, what's the first step you recommend they take?
Well, there's nothing more frustrating and worrisome than talking to friends or other couples and they feel like they've got their retirement act together and you are falling further behind. So step number one is define your dream. Know what it is you want to do as a couple. Write down on a sheet of paper, go to coffee, go to your favorite place for dinner, and really brainstorm on what does your ideal retirement look like. Doesn't mean you can afford it, but just means you're clear on what it is you both want. That's step number one.
Great advice. And you said there's a period of time to catch up. How does that actually work?
So I call this the sweet spot solution. So typically there's about a 5 to 15 year window before retirement. And keep in mind, a couple big things happen. Typically your kids may be out of college, your house is almost about to be paid off. Suddenly there's this thing called discretionary income that's now available that you can choose what to do with it. And what we find is it's a great catch-up strategy. The key is to be disciplined. And once you know what you really want, what your dreams are for retirement, it makes it a lot easier to save and save aggressively and catch back up a lot of that lost time.
Absolutely, Derrick. And I feel like it's really the key to that financial freedom is just being able to do whatever you want, right? And sounds like sometimes people try to invest to make up some ground. So how should they go about that?
Well, you want to invest as simple as possible. We know one thing. Overcomplicated is overrated. And there's this feeling across America often, Adriana, that there's this select few Americans that have all the financial secrets. And I want to make sure that everyone has access to the truth. And that is, you can make money whether you're a money guru or you've never ever gone to high school, as long as you keep it simple. There are a couple indexes. One of my favorites, the S&P 500. It's SPY. Talk to your advisor about it. But it buys all of the top 500 companies in America. Yes, it can fluctuate, but it's a way to invest in America and know over the long term it's probably going to grow. That's one example to keep it simple. If it looks too complicated, if you can't understand it, you probably want to run away from it.
And you've seen a ton of these different situations that people go through with money. So from your experience, tell us, what's the biggest mistake people make when they haven't saved enough?
Yeah. Number one mistake is they think retirement is going to Choctaw and putting it all on red number 11 and giving the wheel a spin. And we don't want to do that. Even though you feel like you're behind, don't feel like you have to risk it all. And here's a couple ideas for you that have been very effective for my clients over the years. One is you could do what's called a phased-in retirement, where you may want to retire, but you don't have quite enough money to fully do it. You might say, my goal is over the next 3 years, I want to start maybe working 3 days a week and have 2 days a week off in addition to the weekend. That way you're phasing into it, so you're still working, still making money, but also having that social interaction so many people crave and having the freedom you want. So things like that can be creative. The key is go back to your spouse, the person you love the most, and get focused on what is it you really want. It helps you make tough choices.
Oh, absolutely. You have to know what you want, right, to make it happen. Well, Derrick, always great learning from you. Thanks so much for sharing your insight with us on Daybreak, and it's good to see you.
Thank you, Adriana. Have a great weekend.